How you guys doing today? I'm Aiden with A&C Landscaping, and we're back. This would be year 6 now, and we started off with using other people's push mowers, and my dad's friend gave me this older push mower, and then up by the wheels and stuff, it started to rot, and the motor was just bouncing and stuff, so got rid of that. My dad went over and helped this lady with a couple of things, and she had these 2 push mowers she wanted to get rid of. So Dad told me to go over there and grab them. I went over there and grabbed them. I'll show you that mower. It's in the back. It's a push mower, just like this, 22-inch recycler. And we fixed it. We spent like 50 bucks on it. Got to get a new carburetor and stuff like that, air filter and that. But started off with that. My dad's weed whacker, mostly my dad's stuff. And then we worked our way up, and this is year 6 for us. So I really got into it about 2 years ago. And this is what it mostly took us. But right here, as you can see in the background, these are some nice stripes. I did this yesterday, so they're a little bit faded, but there's some nice stripes. And this push mower, the 22-inch recycler Toro, it is a guaranteed to start 6.75, 190 cc. Got this for 50 bucks off of Marketplace, and had no problems with it so far. She works so good and stuff, but then I decided to, when I got it, I decided to make a striper for it, and I looked at a couple videos just to see how these guys made homemade stripers, because you go get a striper for your Toro mower, it's like 100-some bucks, and that's just crazy in my opinion, just to get some fancy design in your yard, which you could do it for what, 20 bucks now in 2025? So I'm going to show you guys a little bit about how I built this. So right here, if you come over here a little bit, and you can see I drilled some holes right into the bagger system right here. And these are some just like trailer pins, or tractor pins. You just, oh, one sec. You just pull them like that. Pull them like that, this will just come right off. And the baggers still will work, but like I said, they're just trailer pins or tractor pins, just quick, easy, clipped, not coming undone. So 2 of them, well, I have 4 of them total. Just probably PVC pipe, pins, just drilled some holes in the PVC pipe. Did a cap, didn't have a cap for the other side, so shoved some rubber down in this. Just cut that off, and you want to measure out, you want it to be a little wider than your wheels, just so you get perfect designs, and it ain't nothing like that. You can't back up, that's the only problem with this, but that is so fine with me. I haven't had a problem with it one bit. Like I said, that just clips onto there and you can go, and no problems with this. You can still bag, and yeah, and I'll start this up for you, but actually I could give you guys, never mind. But I'll start this thing right up, and she should start first pull. Nice, quiet push mower. Like I said, no problems with that. And that's my 22-inch Toro recycler. I want to get a commercial, but they're real expensive, and they're Toros. But just don't really want to get that yet, because I have 2 of these, and they're just your regular home property things that you would use. But during the winter, I was on Facebook Marketplace just looking at new tractor. I want to get a new tractor, and I was still on there, and I was looking to get an edger as well. And I didn't know they made like manual ones where like you have a handle, and then you just push down and you do it yourself, not like a weed whacker type thing. And I would say this actually turned out pretty good. If you want to look over here and just look on the sidewalk, just this right here. And I did this when I first got it, and I cut the grass yesterday, and I just ran back over with the weed whacker, just tilted it on its side and just went like that. Just hit that up, and on both sides. That turned out pretty good. And then, but those were the stripes for the mower. And then over here, like Polo, here, these stripes, I did a little earlier in the day yesterday, and it kind of like faded a little bit, but this is what the stripes turned out like. But, yeah. So, yep, that was the neighbor ladies, and that was mine. But some nice flowers going along the side of the house, and rose bush, and we whacked that yesterday, and edged a little bit right here yesterday. And nothing real big, but then up here we have our tractor. It's not currently running right now. It's in the garage, but it's not currently running. And I have two trailers, but the tractor's not currently running. Something's happening with the start. I don't really want to start very well. But this is a John Deere 100 series. I just got this over the winter too. I'll push it out for you guys. But, oh, park brake. Yep. So the deck we're using right here. Throttle, blades, parking brake, some pockets, and this is what the motor looks like inside. Yeah, it's got headlights and they work. This can fold down over here. Just be a regular chute. If you want to look at that. Regular chute. Come back up. I have just a bungee holding it so I can put it in the shed and stuff in the garage. Walkie-talkie, I guess that's what it's for. I don't use that, but then you have, it's manual, so you got like first speed, second speed, third speed, fourth speed, fifth speed. That's as fast as it can go, and then reverse. And the cup holder, and this is where you put the fuel in at, right under the seat. And yeah, pretty good overall. Haven't ran her much, but it's pretty much with that. And then back here, I have most of my equipment sitting out here. If you want to just look at that while we're walking up. The first piece of equipment I'm going to show you, it is a wagon, red wagon, and this was the very first thing my grandpa got me for Christmas. And my handle, I had it for a bike, so I had a reflector on the back, but I could pull this behind my bike. The handle broke, so then I put snow shovel handle on because the snow shovel broke over the winter. She works just as fine now. So the next piece of equipment is a wheelbarrow, a true tamper. This wheelbarrow works pretty good. No problems with it. Went out and did some mulch yesterday and stuff with it, like I said. But the next piece of equipment, this was my very first push mower that was in pieces, and me and my dad put together. It's a Toro 22-inch recycler, and yeah, so it has the bagger system on the back, and then it has just a mulching thing, so like a chute on the side. And this thing will start up first pull. The choke has to turn on, so when you first start this one up, this is an automatic choke, so you have to watch when you turn off the automatic choke. You guys take a screwdriver in like the carburetor area to get her to turn on. And if you guys have any tips about you don't have to stick something in there, let me know. I'd like to know about that. But yeah, mower works pretty good overall. And next piece of equipment, I got this over the winter. This guy, I seen his driveway was plowed, and I gave him a business card and said, if you have anything, just let me know you want taken care of. He said, you know what, there's something you can help me with. He gave me a Toro Power Clear 2-cycle, 141cc. I'm not going to start her up because she's out of fuel for just summer, because we're just early spring, or well, later spring now, I would say. Primer, take key out if you needed, but that's off, that's on. Electric start if you wanted that electric start it, but you just pull that and then you just pull that. Fuel goes in here, can adjust the chute like that there. This will turn, but right here, you have to watch. If you do get one of these snow blowers right here. You get these excuse me, you get these rubber chute things. These things will wear off, and yeah, it's just 50 bucks or whatever I had to pay to get that. But that's that. And my tractor is a John Deere STX 38. This one runs. We'll take a look inside the motor. It's just fuel, oil, air filter, and no problems with this. And then over here you can raise and lower the deck. Got the same thing, manual. Got the blades turn on, keys. Yeah, overall works pretty good. Yeah. But then this trailer me and my dad built over the winter. It's an old boat trailer. We put a stationary thing right here. And then back here we have our dump bed. The thing under that covers a hand winch. But the school was kind enough to make us some ANC landscaping signs. 814-758-2954. We're located in Oil City, and we can lower the tailgate for it to go like this if we needed. To be like that. We could go down the road like that. Actually, one sec. These chains are adjustable, so you can just like that, flat tailgate. Or you can take the whole thing off by undoing all these chains and then taking the two bottom pins out, and the whole thing will come off. And like I said, pins just go right back in. And on both my trailers, just to be safe out there on the road, we have slow moving triangles right here on the back, along with some different stickers. I'm a big hunter and stuff. If you want to come over here, me and Sherry, we went to the thrift store, and we found these. They're just like regular coat racks or whatever you'd hang on like top of your door. Had some self-tapper screws drilled into the top, and then one right here. And for my weed whacker racks and shovel, these things ain't moving. They just put some things so it wouldn't crack the sign and different things. But right here we have a weed whacker spool rack. We just stick the weed whacker string in, put the washer there, take your pin, push it right in. There's that. And then say we needed to pull up a log or something on this dump bed or anything, we can unhook this, and then we can pull her up right from that, and just pull her up with the hand winch and pull her right up on there. And this will just clip right back onto this like ring thing. I don't know what you would call it, but it's like a ring type thing. But yeah, I just have her loose so I can put the bag on. And then this is for a blinky light. I'll show you later in the video. Jack for the trailer. Then this is a ramp to put your push mower, snow blower, wheelbarrow, wagon, whatever you need. Just pull this pin, comes down, push it right on up. And we'll show you guys this later in the video. I'll give you guys a 2025 trailer and mower setup and like what we carry with us. So this first trailer and tractor, this is the setup that normally goes together. That tractor that was in the garage goes with this trailer. This trailer I paid $150 for. The tire was flat, but we got air and stuff in them now, and works pretty good. Just standard dump trailer. You just, like I said, got slow triangles on the back. Pull that right up. Pull this up front. Just will dump. And then put it right back. Close that. Put the back on. And there you have it. Perfectly fine. Good trailer. Now I'll take you guys in the shed, and we're going to look at a little bit of different things that I keep in the shed and where a couple of things go. So, like I said, I'm 14 years old. I have 2 helpers, Carter, Chris, and then me. I'm the owner of everything, and like I said, started out a couple years ago, and mostly got into it this past year. It's my dad's shed, my dad's 4-wheeler. Don't use 4-wheeler. Maybe use it here and there if he allows me. But overall, I would say most of this stuff's mine, but some of it's his. But like up here, we got a grass seed spreader, snow shovel, plow like thing on a handle. Then we got a weed whacker in the back that's a 90R. It works, but we're missing a couple parts, so we don't use that. We got some hand tools here. We got some ropes right there if we need to pull something out. We got an extra push mower wheel. Then in here, we got some stakes, tarp, ratchets, a couple different things, wrenches and stuff that we could use to fix our equipment out there on the job site. In this, we just got some waters and a cooler. So right here, we got regular fuel, mixed fuel, trash can. See, we were out working yesterday and my hand shovel broke. Well, my small shovel broke, but oh well, it was older. But like I said, got that stuff. We got a bigger tarp right here, right there that we use for leaves. Over here, got a bow saw. Then we got some just bush trimmers or whatever you'd like to call them. Some yard rakes, a foldable, collapsible shovel, a broom, some small scooping rakes, and this was the edger I was talking about. This edger, say I'm edging something right here, you put her up on normally the grass, and you run this along the sidewalk, and she'll just go like that. It is a workout, but it works pretty good, I guess you could say. Like I said, $8 off Facebook Marketplace. If you're looking just to start out, I'd go there, look for something cheaper. Over here, we got some bigger, like scooping shovels. We got some digging shovels. This is for the trailer. You'll see that in a little bit. Some string line, post hole diggers, leaf rake. Got a stamper. Then right here we got ratchet strap, part for the weed whacker, some grass seed, some string, screwdriver, trimmer line, weed fabric, box cutter, oil, more weed whacker string, and then a thing for the weed whacker. But I would say that's about it in here, and that's just trash can if we have anything to throw away that we're done with or whatever. But that's probably it for the shed tour in here. Oh, my bad. We got spud bar and splitting ball right there. But there's that, and then right here under the Ford Ranger, we got ourselves another Toro 22-inch recycler deck. So let's say like one of the decks went bad, we could just switch decks out and use that one. Or say something else like something got stripped on them, we can just switch them out and go like that. But yeah, so I'm gonna load up some things and give you the most setup on the first trailer and tractor. So normally this is the mower I take, because if I'm striping, that's a different story. I'll most likely bring the other one because it has the mulching thing and the bagger. So I take that off, take her over here to the first trailer, push her right up the ramp, take her the whole way over, and then I fold the handle up right to there. Locking position, handle ain't going nowhere. I gotta strap that down still. But then the next thing I normally carry with me, it's that bucket that I was showing you guys. This bucket, I stick over here, goes right here next to my push mower, fits right in there, she ain't going nowhere. And then I get the weed whacker string, I take that, and I put the string, I just have Echo 8 cutting edges for fast clean cuts, 0.085. This weed whacker string works pretty good, but like I said, just goes right on there. Normally I put the string on first, but I did. Maybe I'll have to take bucket out. So like I said, stick that right there in that thing. Washer will go right on there. And then put the pin in. And the thing will just move freely. The string ain't going nowhere. And yeah, so I would say that's basically it for that part. And then normally fold up the ramp. Just put the pin right back in. Hold that down just so nothing hits it. And I got the bagger and then the chute for the mower. Normally the bagger just sits right here. The chute I normally just have sitting right here. And then just tie that down, run a bungee cord around this and just hook it into the grates. And then over to the weed whackers and weed blowers. You could say I don't mind the Echo and them different types of brands, weed whackers and blowers, but steel, they're expensive, I'll admit that, but I've never had one of these things break on me once. And these are this, John Deere, and Toro are the only brands I use, and I have no problem with this. This weed whacker right here was the first weed whacker I ever started out with. This is a FS90R. She's gonna be, I would say, a little cold. Just probably have to prime her a couple times. Primer's there, chokes here. Prime it. Let's see if she'll start up. One pull. Like I said, choke's on right now. Turn choke off. Thing runs fine. Like I said, the on and off button is right there. You just turn it on and off. So it's on off right now. So that's my first weed whacker that I ever had. And then this weed whacker right here, long story short, I went down to Virginia with my uncle because he lives down there, and I did some mulch and I mowed his grass and stuff, and we decided to go hang out, go to his pawn shop, and there was this weed whacker sitting. The guy said he would sell it to me for $200, and I was talking to him a little bit more. He said, you know what, I'll give it to you for $190. I said, okay. Then he's like, you know what? Okay, I'll give it to you for $180. So I asked my dad, turned out he would sell it for me for $180. No problems with this. This is the second year I've had it so far. It is a FS 111R. But I'll start her for you guys. But like I said, choke's right here too. Primer's there. Ooh, might be out of fuel. Bring her over here. One pull, hopefully. Yep, there's the motor. That's perfectly fine. Trimmer head. It works pretty good. But no problems with that. Then over to my first blower. It is a steel handheld blower, BG86. Blower works pretty good. Just in my hand, after you do leaves for so long, it just hurts my hand too much, and then your arms get tired. So I needed to upgrade a little bit, but I'll start this up for you. Get the throttle a little bit. One pull, just like always. Go ahead and follow me and I'll show you blowing leaves. Yep, overall not a bad blower. I'll still carry it with me here and there, just in case I got another job or something. Or say my backpack blower, I just got this, it's the newest purchase. I just got this probably, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks ago. And this is a Steel 380 backpack blower. and looks pretty good overall. Got the on and off switch, and got the choke. Doesn't have primer. She won't start up once. Takes a couple things. Oh, never mind. Spoke too soon. So you guys should blow and leave. Blows pretty good overall. I would use these for leaves, this blowing off your driveway or whatever. But normally don't use this attachment. Still carry with me in case I do need her. But overall blower works pretty good. And for the next little bit, I'll show you guys more of me setting up the trailer. Take my one weed whacker, my newer one I carry with me. Sits right here. This goes right around her, goes right into this, and I normally just make sure she's tight enough she won't bounce. I normally just stick that right there too. She ain't going anywhere back there. Then back here, I have the weed whacker. Oh, one sec. Just one of them grates, and she goes down. Make sure she ain't moving. And normally when the bungee's there, it normally just hooks on to the bungee for the push mower. But push mower bungee ain't there right now. But I'll actually hook it up. So this comes from just from there, goes under the weed whacker. Goes around the push mower. It just hooks right back onto these grates. Push mower will slide around here and there, but it ain't going nowhere. So this normally is in here. Clips in. Oh, 1 sec. Clips it right there. She runs down, hooks right on this bungee. But she will be tighter, but she'll bounce around here and there, but that's alright for right now. That's that. Then this is the blower I normally carry with me. Grab it. Normally that big tarp I carry with me too. What comes back here, sits right in the dump bed. Takes this off. Sits there, have the blower back there. She ain't moving around, she's good there. Don't need to strap her, nothing like that. And my fuel cans, bring, and got regular fuel right there, extra fuel there. And then normally I'll carry a digging shovel and the flat shovel and a leaf rake and a yard rake, because you never know what you're might get into. So normally they just sit back here. The blower's normally not there in the middle, but sits back here. Shovels and the rakes. And this light goes right here on the top and turns on and just flashes and then turns off. But yeah, overall, this is a 2025 trailer setup. But yeah, so I'll be posting some more videos along this, but you guys will see a little bit of how we do this year. But yeah, I'm gonna drive around and just seal, just open. Takes a sec to start. Thank you for stopping by and taking your time to watch my 2025 lawn care setup. All right, ANC Landscaping, and we are out.